All right. Uh, Two things. I get it. It's the 175-pound belt. I get that. But would it really have hurt Anthony Taylor to come down to 170? So, 5 more pounds. Usually the weigh-in's a day or two before the fight. By the time the fight happens, you're back up to 180 or more. By the time the fight happens in those 2 days. So, you come down to 170 just to have the fight. And then go back up to 180, 185 before the fight even happens. Now, the rehydration thing that he's going to talk about in here, no, you don't let that happen. Like, Anthony Taylor's the champ, whether you like him or not. And I'm not a fan of him. Sorry, I'm just not. All his matches are hugging matches. There's no boxing. Like, if we're doing the hug-a-thon, Anthony Taylor's winning that every single time. But he is the champ. He should have a little bit of a say-so. But for him to say he's the champ and he should make the rules and it only should be the way he wants it, that's not how it fucking works. Like, there's been multiple times in the history of boxing where the champion didn't get the fucking say-so in everything to happen. Like, the challenger sometimes gets a say-so. It's just how contracts work. It's how fights come about. Sometimes the challenger has something he wants. The challenger wants you to go down to 170. It's not that hard if you can get down to 175. You only got to come down 5 more pounds. Then you could go back up in the next 1 or 2 days after the weigh-in. But I agree with the rehydration thing that he talks about here. So let's listen to what he has to say.
And the reason why it's not happening because Gabriel Silva is a coward and he pulled out. You want me?
That's not what happened. He wasn't a coward. You didn't want to come down to 170. Let's tell the truth if we're going to talk about it. That doesn't make him a coward. He was willing to fight you if you come down to 170. Doesn't make him a coward.
To fight at 170, I said no. I'm the champion.
You said no. You didn't want to do that, so doesn't that make you the coward? Just saying. Just saying. You didn't want to fight when he said come down to 170. So that means technically you chickened out. You didn't want to come down to that weight. And in all reality, your actual weight should be what, 165, 170 anyway? We're at your height? Like mine should be like 160, 170 at my height, and I'm like 260 pounds. So I should be way, like almost a whole person down on my weight. You should be at 160, 170 with your height. Just saying.
He's a contender. Why should I accommodate his needs?
Because sometimes the contender gets to fucking make some decisions too. You don't get to make all of them. Just because you're the champion, don't mean you get to make every decision. That's not how it fucking works. Yes, you get more of a decision, but you don't get all of the decision.
Make him feel comfortable so we can fight. Then we agreed at a certain weight in the 170s. I said, okay, cool. Then this motherfucker and his manager want to say, well, we'll take the fight, but we want a hydration clause off at 180. You can't go above 180. I'm like, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. I'm the champion.
Now, this is where I agree with him. Fuck you. The weight limit for this belt is 175. If he's willing to give you the 170, but then you want a rehydration where you can't go above 180. Fuck you. Like, I agree 100% with him on that one.
You're fighting for my belt, not your belt. And you want me to put on a high rehydration clause telling me I can't go above 180, bro. I walk around at 195. I have to cut 20 pounds. I'm already sick at 175 when I'm weighing in. I'm not going to feel good, and I'm not going to be able to fight well that I should at 180, bro. Like, you're fooling.
Well, I gotta cut him off there. I've never seen you fight good at all in boxing. Like, you're really good at hugging people. Like, you're really good at that. Like, maybe this next fight, which apparently ain't going to be at the next card because this fight's off. The next time you fight, maybe we'll see some boxing for the first time. Maybe.
Shit. And that's why the fight's not happening. Gabriel Silva pulled out because I said no to the no hydration clause. Fight.
So, it just depends on how you want to look at it. You could look at it as Gabriel Silva chicken shitted out, which I don't see it that way. Or you can look at it that Anthony Taylor was scared to come down to 170, which he could do if he can come down to 175. But the rehydration thing was bullshit. He shouldn't have to do a rehydration clause. That's just fucking dumb. The weight limit for this belt is 175. And he should be able to go back up within the 1 or 2 days that are after the weigh-in without a rehydration clause. I agree. But no matter who he fights, though, Anthony Taylor's going to just hug, so it's not going to be a fight anyway.